Men are driving from the suburbs to the city to trade money for sex, and tonight Cincinnati police officers are rounding up the suspected Johns and their prostitutes. Only Local 12 was there as police arrested 18 people in the day-long drug and prostitution sting. Local 12's Angela Ingram joins us live from the Justice Center. Angela.
Rob, police were here at the Justice Center bringing in people who they arrested, known prostitutes, and also some people who they say are patronizing these prostitutes. And how they started was they had a list, a very long list, pages and pages of mugshots of people who've been arrested in the past for prostitution, and also people who they think have drug offenses as well. Meanwhile, people who live in this neighborhood say they are absolutely sick of this whole thing. They are fed up with it, and they say that these prostitutes and their Johns are performing sex acts in broad daylight.
The SWAT team paid a surprise visit to a house on West McMicken this morning. One by one, police ushered out suspected prostitutes and arrested people for crack and heroin. This box right next to the house is one of the places where police think the women have sex for money.
The problem is horrific. I mean, like I was telling you, my wife can't walk down the street without a John trying to solicit her.
It's a problem that homeowners and business owners say they can't stand anymore. A local apartment manager is so fed up with these women and their Johns using his parking lot that he shot this video of a known prostitute performing a sex act in a company truck. After raiding the drug house, police drove up and down McMicken and neighboring streets, making arrest after arrest.
We're out at 122 Henry Street and two more in custody.
Filling up vans and squad cars and hauling people off along with their drugs.
She's got heroin on her and a needle. I wanted to see if you guys could come swing by here and grab it.
The sweep lasted all day. It's the end result of an investigation that lasted several months.
We've identified probably I want to say about 30 to 40 known prostitutes. This is a 3-month investigation. Today's just roundup day.
Police know that some of these women may try to come back to the area, but an undercover officer says they're determined to drive them out permanently.
Well, the message is that it's not going to be tolerated, and that just because we were here today doesn't mean we're not going to be back here every day.
Just make them reinvent themselves, because I don't want to see you. You know, it's bad. You know, kids, we got school kids that get off the school bus that sees that crap.
Now, police know that this is not an overnight solution. They say that once the people get out of the Justice Center, they might go back to the streets. So what they're also doing is offering social services as well for these people. They know that a lot of the prostitutes have some drug problems. What they want to do is give them opportunities by connecting them with those social services to help get them off the streets. Live at the Justice Center, Angela Ingram, Local 12. Rob, back to you.
Angela, thanks very much. Officers say there is also a major public health issue. In addition to sexually transmitted diseases, some of the known prostitutes have staph infections. Very much, 2 local police departments are working together to shut down drug houses. Only Local 12 was there tonight when police busted into a home in Avondale. 3 men are arrested: Gregory Brown, Julius Lucas, and Antoine Brooks, all in the Justice Center tonight. And that's where we find Local 12's Angela Ingram. She joins us live with new information on the joint effort to track down drug dealers. Angela.
Rob, the police departments are teaming up because they're seeing the same drug dealers causing problems in different neighborhoods in different jurisdictions. After a SWAT raid today, an undercover officer talked with us about a group effort to shut down the drug dealers. Cincinnati and Elmwood Place police officers in and out of a building on Hutchins Place in Avondale. The raid is the end result of a long-term investigation, and officers found what they were looking for: a variety of drugs packaged and ready to be sold.
Crack, cocaine, we found some marijuana, and some what we believe to be ecstasy.
A dog also found drugs inside of this Honda Accord and inside of a minivan. Officers say this apartment on the first floor of the building is like a neighborhood convenience store for drug users.
Just a flop house or trap house, whatever you want to call it, just where we actually had people showing up to the back door while we were inside. You know, they didn't realize the police were out front.
Police arrested Gregory Brown, Julius Lucas, and Antoine Brooks, taking them to the Justice Center. An undercover officer says these joint investigations are critical to dealing with a common problem.
The drug investigations involve Norwood, St. Bernard, Elmwood, you know, because we're all dealing with the same people. So we're just cooperating with the investigations and trying to do our share, clean it up.
The suspects are all facing trafficking charges. Gregory Brown is also facing a possession charge as well. Live at the Justice Center, Angela Ingram, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
Angela, thanks very much. New tonight, a fight leads to a...
Good evening, everyone. Up first, a local breaking news alert. A man is shot in the West End.
Police are on the scene right now on Poplar Street. Crews were called about 30 minutes ago. Local 12's Angela Ingram is live at the scene with new details. Angela.
Rob, this is exactly where police found the victim, on the corner of Poplar and Lynn. And as you see behind me, they are still out here investigating this crime scene. They say he was shot at least one time. He was shot in his head, and the ambulance left here about 20 minutes ago, rushing the victim to University Hospital. It happened around 10:30 at Lynn and Poplar, right on the corner. And someone shot the victim and then ran off. Now, he was alert and conscious, as you might be able to see from our video, but still police have some serious concerns about his injury. They do have an officer following him to the hospital because even though he was alert and conscious, they say it is a very serious injury. Now, police did try to ask him for some information because he was able to communicate with them briefly, but at this point they don't have any suspect information and they are not releasing the victim's name at this time. Live in the West End, Angela Ingram, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
Angela, thanks very much.